Morning, friends. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, press, media, my colleagues from government organizations, uh, Mr. Rajiv Chakrabarty, whom uh, I learnt about biostimulant from him in way back in 2010, 2011 or 12. Around that time, you came and to Cotton Research Institute and gave me a pack of humic acid. You brought, because that was the beginning and the first time I heard that humic acid, something like is there as a specialty fertilizer, which is going to be a biostimulant and all. So a long time of association, and all my very dear colleagues who are there, who are all the time, I feel very excited to come here, and I think I am one of the few persons to get your support, and I have been coming here year after year. This is my third year of coming here, I believe, and fourth year, right from the inception of the program. I have with my Rajiv ji, then Goel Saab, National President, then Thomre Saab, Gami Saab, and all of you, means I know all of you by name, very dear colleagues. My colleagues from ICR who are holding the highest positions in their institutes, directors of DMAPR, ICR, which is a Directorate of Medicinal and Aromatic Plant Research, Dr. Kaushik Banerjee, Director of NRCG, and Dr. Devashish Mandal, who is the Head of Soil Science and Specialty Chemicals, Fertilizers. They have initiated the program, and recently I happened to be there in one of their functions where they had organized a training with Mr. Rahul Mirchandani's team for them, and I was one of the resource person invited there, and I enjoy the patronage both from the industry sector as well as government sector. Thank you all. Thank you for giving me this support. Coming to today's program, SOMS, the journey which I have been witnessing from last 4 years, right from the inception, it has been a brilliant kind of journey, and it's a different kind of journey. Actually, we have come a long way from our subsistence agriculture, long time now. Today, we are very proud that India is a food secure nation. We traveled our journey from 50 million tons of food production during our independence time. Today, we have overflowing food production. Food security has been achieved with all-time high food production of 372 million metric tons of food crops. And all these began with the support of Green Revolution, which was the initial phase of plant nutrition, which started from there through Green Revolution, which brought new varieties, bred varieties, new plant and situation-oriented breeding of crops. It started. Then use of chemicals, use of irrigation facilities, and at that time it was use of pesticides. It began its journey from that time, chemicals I mean, and overall without fertilizers at that time it was not possible. And fertilizer at that time we meant this urea, DAP, muriate of potash, and nitrogen fertilization. That is the one which is there. But of the year now, every technology, it comes to a past, today our agriculture is at the crossroads, and agriculture technology, every technology needs at some stage, it comes to a stage where it sees the greater dimension, and that is the time which has come, that we no longer need the higher use of fertilizers, but it's a specialized, tailor-made use for nutrient use efficiency. The fertilizers today we are adding, but they are not really becoming available to the plant. So how newer sources are coming, and that I have seen through the efforts of SOMS. Even government is doing lots of, in different areas government is doing, but this morning when I saw Dr. Rajiv and your team, I compliment you for giving new terms, terminologies, SOMSization, and so many very SOMSification. So these kind of technologies, these time of terminologies, there was a stage when it came that English dictionary was wanting to have new words, and they had invited from all the different countries to provide some of the new words because they felt saturated and they were not able to express all their emotions, all their situations, and they invited. And in the language of, I feel, nutrition, plant nutrition, these are the terminology which remained ingrained in my mind. SOMS, which I learned, beautiful way of remembering the nutritional facets of the crops, right from soluble fertilizers, organic fertilizers, micronutrients, and biostimulants. And this I could not have remembered unless you had created and coined that term. And that has really made you stand out from the rest of the other many associations are coming, but then creating new words that will be new for the international community also. And it's a beautiful way, and I'm able to now talk about all these soluble fertilizers, organic fertilizers, because so this is just, it has begun. So I would like to take you through SOMS efforts that even in the government concept, these concepts are being learned from you, from your efforts. Because such a case of thesis showdown and all those things which you are doing, you are discussing science, you are discussing industrial perspective, you are discussing policy matters, and these policy matters, one of us, some of us, and definitely the government organizers, heads of their own institutions who are sitting here, they are also carrying those things, and tomorrow DG will also come to know about these kind of things. With the efforts which began with the SFIA's effort, and now it will be forming a part of ICR's mantra also, because and this is the facet which is most talked in the country. Soluble fertilizers, fertigation. Day before yesterday, I wrote an article, a commentary for one of the periodicals, and then it came at hand when I am standing in front of you to tell various nuances as well as various opportunities which are there. Now is the time when these soluble fertilizers are very much needed, and you in the industry has shown to the government. In fact, our government officers are also sitting. They themselves, when we talk, they say they appreciate about the efforts, because it is you who are evolving this thing, and these are being discussed at higher level. And already begun the things. Today, this morning, I called Dr. Chaudhary, S.K. Chaudhary, who was the former DDG and now DG of this Fertilizer Association. And he said he missed this opportunity. Because the science is evolving. He says he also remembers the first year when you called them, invited them, he was a part of this. He wanted to be here, but unfortunately, because he is not in the country, he is not able to attend. But definitely his association will be there. Our DDG, Dr. Mohanty is there, and I have already spoken to him regarding the efforts which are being done by this SFIA in this front, and definitely I would be able to take in front. Soluble fertilizer fertigation has become very important, and that is what we lack in our country. Many countries, I am nobody there, but then I get lots of inquiries for you to settle. They are talking about they want to go for vertical farming and Israeli technologies and all those things, which uses precisely what you are doing. Soluble fertigation and all those fertilizers are very much important. Organic fertilizers, mycorrhiza, I have found whatever amount of phosphorus you apply to the soil, even when you are not applying, this mycorrhiza, which is an organic fertilizer, rhizobium and other species, and mycorrhiza specifically, this is required for utilization of phosphorus to the extent of 50%. 50% of all phosphorus which is present in the soil is provided to the plant. Use efficiency is being made by these biofertilizers like mycorrhiza. Similarly, micronutrients are other components which are the components of each and every enzyme which is catalyzing the metabolic process of the plant, and as a result, plant nutrition is happening. and biostimulants is the latest of all these technologies, and there's lots and lots are being done. 250 biostimulants have already been registered within a matter of, it became an act in 2021, and from then now 200, Government of India has gone a big way, and 250 biostimulants have been registered. That is a big thing, and now many more new ideas are coming. And unless this word biostimulant had not been accepted by Government of India, we would not have seen the wonders which is happening now in this area of nitrogen and on the plant nutrition, where nutritional use efficiency, I was expecting one of my friends, Mr. Deep Shukla, I don't know whether he has come or not. He is a proprietor of PINAC specialty group of these biostimulants and other this thing, technologies. He has made a technology called agrocharger from seaweed, humic acid, and some of his other elements there. And I am helping him to register that biostimulant. I have just, Dr. Devashish is conducting one of the experiments because for the registration, 3 different places have to be taken. So one is IRI, which is doing, another is 2 more universities are there who are conducting, because 3 agroecological reasons, bioefficacy and other studies are needed. And more on to that, I am more excited because it makes the plant use efficiency brilliantly enhanced. 25 to 30% increase in the efficiency of nitrogen and means for other elements which are there in the soil. It is making the use, because they have already registered one formulation of that. They are going to register now 2nd formulation, granular formulation. Liquid formulation is already there in biostimulant. It has been recognized in the Schedule 6 of that. And what is it is doing? It is a specialty kind of chemical. It's a biological, and he has given the name also that like that. And that is under, and what it does, I told him to introduce, when he is claiming with 75% RDF and 50% of RDF, it is giving the efficiency in evaluation and the productivity as good as 100% of RDF alone. So it is a wonderful thing which he is able to save, and I think he will be coming somewhere. You may interact with him, and it is just we have begun his trial data generation, which will be by the end of this year. It will be also be registered. So such kind of powers and potential is there not only in agriculture but in your plant nutrition aspects also. So today what we need these fertilizers, these nutrition. I am not telling we need nitrogen fertilizer, but their effective utilization, effective use efficiency has to be brought through slow released, through biofortified fertilization, through biostimulants charged with these your specialty fertilizers. All these things, because integrated nutrient management is the ultimate talk which will lead our agriculture to the stage where we would like to have. And we are already 2nd largest producer of food production and horticulture production in the world. And the good point is, from last 1 decade I have been following, we are increasing, whatever we may say, it's a El Nino effect or any effect. Indian agriculture has a lot of buoyancy, it has a lot of potential which is being realized. And last year, can we imagine, this year there is a 6% increase in the growth rate of agriculture than the previous year, which were not expected. 6% increase in, and we have now from 352 million ton to 358 million ton, 3 million tons to 372 million tons. Dr. Paroda, he spoke from the national rampart of National Academy of Agricultural Sciences last month. And we are seeing that. And with the specialty fertilizer and the specialty nutrition which you are working, today many of the companies might be there, and many of them are upcoming, many of them are beginner, but there's a huge potential and there's a barren area for doing new research. And I'm glad that ICR is getting the acceptance for these things, which industry. And now our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister himself has said that PPP mode is the only way for advancing public-private partnership mode for expansion of the, or realizing the potential which needs to be unshackled. We have, India has lots of potential, and the growth rate which we are having 4 to 5% in plant growth, it is nowhere in the world. China is having 1%, not more than 1% increase in crop growth, because they have reached the yield plateau or yield maximum. Whereas India is still in the process of realizing that. We have this gap in their production and productivity is the potential, is the real challenge, and which is the real opportunity for all of you here to increase the productivity, to take this productivity to the place where it needs to go. Thank you all. Thank you so much.